Dana, can you please share me your mail ID so that I can able to get access for this specific recordings?
Yeah, just a minute.
Class amount. So Dana, you will get the link now, invitation link from the Canvas. So once if you accept it, then it could be like you can access the recordings and the documents also. Okay.
Yeah, sure, sir. Thank you.
Yep. So okay. Now we'll talk with one by one. Ramu, Satya, and Nitin, Naveen, Jaipal Garu, and Dana. And you guys are able to access the recordings, right? And I shared you a
Yeah.
document recording about, the interview questions on data types. Have you gone through that particular document?
Yeah.
Yes, sir. I got it. I will check later after this class.
Okay, fine. సో రాము ప్రిపేర్ అయ్యావమ్మా నిన్న చెప్పిన క్లాస్ డాక్యుమెంట్లు చూసావా డాక్యుమెంట్
అంటే చూసాను.
ఏం చేసా చూసి
నిన్న చెప్పిన క్లాసే చూసుకున్నా.
అదే నిన్న చెప్పిన క్లాస్ లో డాక్యుమెంట్ ఒకటి షేర్ చేశా కదా అందులో ఉన్న క్వశ్చన్స్ ని చూసావా అని అడుగుతుంది అందులో ఉన్న క్వశ్చన్ ప్రిపేర్ అయ్యావా
క్వశ్చన్ లేదు, ప్రిపేర్ కాలేదు.
ఏ టైం సరిపోలేదా? 5 minutes కూర్చొని నేను క్వశ్చన్స్ ఎందుకు తీసుకొచ్చి మీకు పంపించాను వ్యాలిడ్ క్వశ్చన్స్ కాబట్టే కదా. సత్య ఈ క్వశ్చన్స్ 10 క్వశ్చన్స్ ప్రిపేర్ అయ్యావమ్మా?
No, sir. వేరే క్లాస్ విన్నాను సార్, ఆబ్సెంట్ 10 క్లాసెస్ అవి ప్రిపేర్ అయ్యాను సార్.
ఓకే. సో వాట్ అబౌట్ మాధవి?
I didn't prepare. I'll prepare. Today I'll prepare, sir.
Okay, cool. So let's go to your topic. So open our Jupyter notebook. I already told you, right? So for our coursework, we are going to be using the Jupyter notebook for understanding of some kind of Python programs or else for writing some kind of Python programs and the stuff. Okay. So I'm just open this Jupyter notebook. I think you already installed the Anaconda Navigator in your local machines, right? And let's go to files. Let me create the new file. So far, we understood the basic part of the Python and Python data types and Python built-in functions, right? So this particular session I can spend for you and I can complete all the Python operators. I think if someone having a knowledge on coding and this class, it could be simple for you, okay? But it's my responsibility to share it to my regarding about Python operators. So I don't want to take much time, but I would like to complete all the operators concepts within the same session, okay? So that it could be easy for you to understand and where we can use and everything. Okay, fine. So let we go for give the name is Python operators. Okay. So my first thing is that what is the use of the operators? So basically, the operators could help you for to performing some kind of operations. Okay, to performing some kind of operations. Okay, we can use the operators. So here we go. So we have various operators, various operations are there, or various operators are there. Okay, the first one is the arithmetic operators. So this is the basic thing, arithmetic operators. Everyone know about this operators. And the second one is the second one, conditional operators or else relational operators. So we can call it it's a relational operators, or else we can call it as the relational operators. I will explain one by one. Okay, don't worry. So the third one is, this is the third one, assignment operators. And the fourth one is hmm? What is the fourth one? Logical operator. Before we go for understanding the logical operator, special operators. And the fifth one is logical operators. And last but not least, it is bitwise operators. Okay. So here, if you go for any programming language, so arithmetic operators, relational operators, assignment operators, logical operators, and bitwise operators are common. Okay. But this special operators might it not available in other programming languages. So Python is the first programming language which is introduced. Okay, special operators. So first, let's go with arithmetic operators. Arithmetic operators is the operators. It could help you to performing some kind of mathematical operations. Okay, like addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, those kind of things. Okay, for example, no, I do have a variable is 56 and my b value is 6. Okay, so this momentum, if I do the arithmetic operators, I think we do have the plus operator, right? This is addition, right? Okay, and so if you want to performing the subtraction, then we can use the minus operator. This kind of operator we are calling it's a subtractor. These things we already know it, so I can go ahead with a little bit fast. And a into b, it's for multiplication purpose. This is for multiplication purpose. Okay, so when you do the division, okay, so you will be getting the two things, right? One is the remainder and second one is what? For example, if I have the 56, so this 56, if I division with the 6, okay, so what is that? What is that, guys? Don't you know divisions? Hello.
9.
What? Is it 9?
Result, result will be like if it's
9, 50.
if it's only division 9,
It's only division 9.
like you'll get reminder as 2
Reminder
also. 2.
9.3 says.
Okay.
9.3. Not,
Okay. So one option is, so 9 is the result and remainder is the 2, right? But some situations we can division, right? We can division with 50. You can division with 6. You cannot stop with 9 also, right? We can continue also, right? So it's all about your choices, right? Okay.
Yeah.
So 9 is 1 and you will be getting the 54. And so here we have the 2. Okay. And you can make it the point, and here it is the 0. So next 6 3 just is 18, right? Okay. And again we are getting the 2, and again we can make it like, you can take it the 0, and this means it's a 9.333333 something, right? It never end, right? Yes or no? In somewhere else it could be as 4. You can make it like 4 and you're stopping that operation, right? So here we have a two options. Either you can get the result is 9, either you can get the result is 9.3333, right?
Yeah.
So if you want the remainder is 9, then we can use the two slashes. Two slashes is the division operation. It will give you the integer as the result, so that we can call it as the int division. So the result is integer, so that you will be getting the integer division. So if you want the float is the result, then we can use the single slash. So this kind of operation we can call it as the float division. Okay. So of course, the remainder, it could be the same in two situations. So we don't have any remainder actually for this second thing, right? So we have only we will be get the remainder only for the first thing one, right? Okay. So that a percentile is the symbol. It could help you for return the modulus. So remainder. So simply we can call it as the modulus. Okay. See, 9.33333 somewhere else it is stopping and making like a 4, so that you're stopping your operations. I hope you clear this particular point. Any question regarding about this 6 operators? But we have one more operator which is supported by the Python, which is 2 stars. 2 stars in the sense it's exponential. Exponential. Exponential means a into b in the sense a, it could be multiplied a with b times. That means a power of b. So exponential means what? A power of b. So what is the 56 power of 6? What is the 56 power of 6? What is the mean that? The 56, it can be multiplied itself 6 times, right? So that 56 into 56 into 56 into 56 into 56 into 56. So both the results is same or different? Both are same, right? So instead of writing this many times, simply we can call it as, you can use like, 2 stars. When I'm using this 2 stars, it's a power, it's a exponential. So is there any questions regarding about this 7 operators?
Sir, the print A/B, the float division when we are getting 9.33 result. So if we want like after decimal, if you want only 2 or 3 digits, so how can we
But we can use
mentioned.
the Mandisa things like, dot, percentile, 2f, something we can use it. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So there it could be like, it's a different thing that is like, a point 2f if I use it after the float. If you want access only 2 points, then you just give it like, dot 2f. So
Okay.
you just Google it, you will get it that information. Okay.
Yeah, I got it.
Yeah. Is there any question regarding about these 7 operators? If you said no, then I can go for the next point.
Good, Anjan. We can go next.
Yep. The next thing is that, relational operators. So relational means it's for comparison purpose. If you want to compare any two objects, okay, and if you want to make it some kind of conditions, then we can use the relational operators. Here we go, you will be getting the results is either true or false, so that we can call it as the Boolean operators. So the result of these relational operators are, it could be true or false. Okay. So if you're getting the result is true or false, so that we can call it as the Boolean operators also. Okay. Yes. So here we do have the 6 operators are there. One is the less than. One is what? Less than. Less than means what? So the left side data, if it is the less than the right side data, then it could be returns the true. Otherwise, it could be returns the false. This situation, 56 is not less than the 6, so that it can be returns the false. Meanwhile, we do have the greater than symbol. So it could help you for comparison whether the left side is greater than the right side value or not. Of course, here 56 is greater than the 6, so that it could be returns the true. Next one is equal to. Equal to in the sense if left side and left and right both data elements are same data, that situation it could be returns the true. But this particular case both are different, so that it was returns the false. And a less than or equal to. So here we do have two options. Either a value it could be smaller than the b, or else a and b both are same. These two situations it can be returns the true, otherwise it can be returns the false. For this situation it could be false. And a greater than or equal to. So if left side data, it could be greater than the right, or else both are same. That situation, it could be returns the true. This particular situation, it was returns the true. And next one is A not equal to B. A not equal to B. A not equal to B in the sense A and B both are, different. That situation, it could be returns the true. Okay. Yes. So these are the relational operators. Generally, we are going to be using relational operators when we are implementing some kind of conditions. Any questions? Generally, these things, it's everyone familiar with about relational operators, right? Now, I'm going for assignment operators. Assignment operator, it could help you for assigning the data to the variables. So if we have some data, this data I want to be assigning to the one of the variable, then we can use what? Then we can use the assignment operator. This situation, 34 is the constant, right? 34 is the constant, right? So this kind of operation, we can call it as the constant to variable. So you're assigning the constant value to the one of the variable, so that we are calling it a constant to variable. So here I have the B, and B is my variable, and I'm holding the data of the var. So both sides it could be the variable. So the variable var having the 34, that it could be storing into the or holding into the again into the another variable. So this kind of assignment operator, we can call it as the variable to variable. Next one is we can apply some kind of expressions. For example, a into B. So here what happens? So this is one expression. So it's a multiplication expression. This expression first evaluated. The result of this expression, it could be holding into the a variable. So this kind of operation, we can call it as the expression to variable. Okay. So far it is fine. But if left side and right side, if we have, I want to do the operation, but the result I want to be update into the same variable. I want to be performing the operation. Okay. The result of that one, I want to be holding into the same variable. Let me have an example. I have the A value is the 10 and I have the B value is 20. So this moment I want to do the addition of A plus B. This result I want to be storing into the A itself. Of course, we can do it, right? So this moment, the value of A, it could be changed to the 30. So when we have this kind of operations, the Python which is providing the compound operators. Compound operators. So compound operators in the sense, or compound assignment operator. Simply we can say that it is a compound assignment operator. So instead of writing A equal to A plus B, simply we can combining that plus and equal. Okay, instead of writing A equal to A plus B, simply we can write A plus equal to B. So the meaning of this one is A equal to A plus B only. Okay, so that both time you will be getting the same result. So for this one, we can apply the minus, we can apply the multiplication, we can apply the division, anything is possible. Like we can do that minus, and here we can do that minus, same result, right? A and B, it could be updated. So here we can use the multiplication, and here also we can use the multiplication. So all arithmetic operator can be supported. Clear, right? So this way you can combining the assignment operator and the corresponding operator so that we can do the operation and the result we can holding into the same variable. Fine. Now let's we have the special operators. Special operators in the sense, it could have the two special operators are there. The first one is membership operator. Membership operator. Okay. Second one is identity operator. So one is the membership operator and second one is the identity operator. Okay. So coming to this particular membership operator. Okay. So it is checking the one particular element is the member or not. One element is available in a group or not. So you might have some kind of group, and within the particular group, one particular element is available or not, that we can check with help of the membership operator. Okay. And second one is identity operator could help you for checking the memory location is same for both objects or not. That is the use of the identity operator. Okay. To performing the membership operator, the standard keyword is in keyword. To performing the identity operator, so we can use the standard keyword is keyword. So let's check with in operator. So in operator, it is having some group. So let me have some group actually. This is the group. Okay, so the group, it could have some kind of elements. Here the elements are 12, 90, 34, 100. Okay, or else simply I can say that it's a AML class, right? AML class. So this is my object. So within the session, so we do have some students, right? For example, Jay is one student and Nitin is one student and Satya is one student. Okay. And so for example, Ramu is one student. So now my requirement is that I would like to have a one student. Okay. I have one student. So this is the student name. For example, student is Naveen. So I want to check whether the Naveen is a group of this particular class or not, whether he is a member of this particular class or not. So simply I can use the in operator. So student in AI ML class. Okay. If the student Naveen is available in this particular group, it could be returns the true. Otherwise, it could be returns the false. Okay. For example, same thing, I can take it the one more example. Instead of taking the Naveen, this time I can take it the Jay. Okay. So here the Jay is available in this particular class, right? So that the second one, it could be returns the true. Is it clear regarding about this membership operator? So here in is the keyword. With help of the in keyword, it could help you for checking one particular element. Is it member for this particular group or not? That is the use of the in operator. Sometimes it can be returns the false. Sometimes it can be returns the true. If it is the member, then it could be returns the true. If it is not a member, then it could be returns the false. Okay. So by the time of doing this in operator, we can combining the okay, not in also, not keyword also. Okay. So when I'm using the not and in, both are separated with the space. So here the not is the keyword, student not in. So if the Naveen is not available in this group, then it could be returns the true. If the J is not in the class in the sense, J is already available, right? So I'm using the negative sign so that if it is available, then it could be returns the false. Okay. So both are quite opposite. Here in and not in, both are quite opposite. So I hope you clear this particular point. If you have any questions regarding about this example or else regarding about membership operator, I will explain one more time. This is pretty much important. This is a special operators is pretty much important. Satya, have you understood this particular part?
Yeah, yes.
We understood. Ram, Nitin,
Yeah,
Satya.
understood.
Satya, can you hear me or not?
Yes, clear, sir.
Ram, Madhavi,
Sir.
please respond in a quickly. Okay. Okay, now we can try to go for understanding the identity operator. So when coming to the identity operator, as we discuss, it could be used for to checking whether the two objects are same memory locations or not. So I do have a variable is A and the data is here. For example, 456 and I have the B variable is the 456. So for here, for checking the memory location is same or not, I can use the is operator. Okay. If both memory locations A and B is same, then it could be returns the true. So before we are checking with this one, I want to be print the memory location of A and I want to print the memory location of B as well. Okay. Now I have the one more example. This time, instead of taking the 256, I can take it example is 45 and 45. Here also I'm using the is operator and try to observe here actually. So A data and B data is same. Here also A data, B data is same. Okay, but one time it was returns the true, one time it was returns the false. At what situation it was returns the false? Whenever the memory locations are different, that situation is operator was returns the false. Whenever the memory locations are same, that situation it was returns the true. Right? Any question regarding about this example?
Can you like repeat it again?
So here the memory locations, whenever the memory locations are same for the both objects, it could be returns the true. Otherwise, it could be returns the false.
Okay.
So here A and B memory locations are different for the first example, so that it was returns the false. For the second example, A and B memory location is same, so that it was returns the true. It is not depending on the data. Your A data, B data is same, right? Even though memory location is different. Your A data, B data is same, but here the memory location is same. Whenever the memory location is same, it can be written as true. Whenever the memory location is false, it could be written as the false.
Okay.
And here I want to give you one note actually. The note in terms of integer. Okay, if it is integer type of data. So in between -5 to 256, if the data is same, but we are holding into the different variables, that situation, memory locations of those variables are same in between -5 to 256. So here 456 is more than the 256, right? That's the reason memory location is different. When coming to the string data type, so if you're separated with the special characters, so characters, if your string having the special character, but the string is same thing, string is same, but the string which is have the special character. So by the time if you're holding the two different variables, the memory location is different. But if we don't have the special characters and the strings, the same string we are holding into the different variables, that situation memory location is same. I will give one example. For example, I have the string is SOC at SOFT. Okay. And here of the B is SOC at SOFT. Okay. Let me find the A is B. It was returns the false or not? Here the A data, B data is same. But unfortunately, it was false because we do have the some special characters inside of the string. I just remove this special character, and here A data, B data is same. If I use the A is B, it could be returns the true. Okay. Yep. For general purpose, I'm shared that information. Yeah. Now we can talk about logical operators. So coming to this particular logical operators, so to performing some kind of logical operations and Boolean logical operations, then we can use the logical operators. There we do have the totally 3 logical operators are there. The first one is the AND. To performing the AND logical operation, we can use the AND keyword. Second one is the OR. To performing the OR operation, we can use the OR keyword. And for NOT, we can use the NOT keyword. Okay. So here AND or NOT are the keywords. It could help you for to performing the logical operations. Okay. So I just want to explain about AND keyword first, or AND operation. So in case of logical AND, careful observe here, guys. we can apply the input 1 and then we can use the AND keyword, and here we do have the input 2. So the result of this AND is you will get the either input 1, the result is either input 1, or else you will get the result is either input 2. So there is no true false. Don't think you will be getting the true. Don't think you will be getting the false. Okay. So here the result is either input 1, either input 2. That means what the AND keyword we are applying on the input 1 and input 2. So from these two things only you will be getting as a result. But what situations you will be getting the input 1 is the result? At what situation you will be getting the result is the input 2. Okay. Result is input 1 when input 1 is false case, not false, false case. False case means if it is an integer, 0 is the false case. If it is the float, 0.0 is the false. If it is the complex, 0 plus 4j is the false. If it is the string, empty string is the false. None is default false. List, empty list, empty tuple, empty set, empty dictionary. Those are all the false cases. So whenever your input is that kind of false case data, then you will be getting the input 1 is the result. I hope you understood this part. And when we gone through some example, you will easily get it actually. Okay. So here you will be getting the input 2 is the result. Result is input 2 when input 1 is what? True case. Other than this false case data, anything it could be the true case only. I have an example so that you can easily understand. 10 and 56. Here my first input is, what is? First input is 10, right? It's false case or true case? It's true case. Other than 0, anything it's a true case, right? In case of integer. So here the 10 is not 0, so that it's a true case. If it is a true case, what is the result? See guys, I need a quick response from your end. If in case here I clearly written right,
Yeah.
here input 1 is the true case. If in case input 1 is the true case, then what is the result?
Input 2.
56.
What is the result here? 56 is the result. So 56 is results. Output. Okay. Now, I can go ahead with one more example. 0.0. So what I told you actually, in case of float, 0.0 is the false case, right?
Yeah.
So 0.0 and here I'm using the 56. Now tell me, what is the input here? Input 1?
0.0.
0.0 is the true case or false case?
False.
False.
It's false case. So 0, 0.0, 0.0 plus 0j, none, false, empty string, empty list, empty tuple. These are all the false cases. For sake of understanding, I'm writing the false cases. False case data elements. Okay, in all data types. 0, 0.0, 0 plus 0j, false, none, empty string, empty list, empty tuple. Empty tuple, empty set. These are all the false cases. So here the 0.0j is also false case, right? So if the first input is the false case, then what is the result? Input 1 is the false case, then what is the result? What is the result?
0.
Input 1.
What is the input 1 here?
0.0.
0.0, right? Is output. So that we are getting the 0.0. So don't confuse, guys. It's a very tricky thing. So you need to remember this particular part. Okay. So AND keyword, it especially AND keyword, which is depending on the input 1. Even OR also, which is depending on the input 1. Okay. So it is clearly checking the input 1, either true case or false case. If it is the false case, then that is the only result. Input 1 is the only result. If it is a true case, then only it will return the second one. Okay, here I can give some example. You need to answer for this one. Empty set and 78. Then what is the result? 79. What is the result?
Input 1. Empty set.
This situation?
90.
Let's go. This situation?
Input 1. Empty quotation.
Is it? This situation?
Input 1.
Empty input 2.
So here we will be getting the empty string, but here
I mean,
78.
78. Why?
Because we got space, so it's one of the character.
Yes. So here the space is there. In between this double quote, we have the space is there. Space itself, it's a one character. So here the length of the string is 1. So which is more than the 0, right? So that it's a true case. Whenever the input 1 is the true case, then the result is 78. Okay. So that we are getting the 78. The difference between these two things are, it's not empty string. It's a space is there. But here it is empty string.
yeah, got it.
Yep. For the same thing, we can try to go for apply the AND OR keyword. For OR is also very similar to the AND, but quite opposite. So here we have the OR keyword to performing the OR operation. So here also you will be getting the result is either input 1, either input 2. So here the result is input 1. If and only if my input 1 is the true case. Quite opposite, right? So here we'll be getting the result is input 2 when input 1 is a false case. Okay. So this situation, you can try to answer these all questions before executing. You already understood AND keyword, right? So now tell me what is the result of these examples. So your input 1 is the 10. It's a true case. So what is the result? As for OR operation, input 1 only. Input 1 is the 10 only. So that we are getting the 10. Regarding about this one, so input 1 is the false case. So that you will be getting the result input 2. So your input 2 is 56. Here the input
79.
79. Here list 2 comma 1 comma 2. So here space. Here 67. So here we have the space. Space we can't see, right? So that it's not visible for you. Any question? So AND keyword and OR keyword, is there any doubt on these two things?
No.
So when you want to combining the two conditions, if you want to combining the two conditions, then these two operators are very, very important. And from the logical operators, not is the last keyword, last operator that we can use the not keyword. So here we can apply only one input. If input is true case, it could be returns the false. If input is the false case, then it could be returns the true. So 0 is the false case, so that it could be returns the true. Okay, it's a very simple. So as you know that, right? So it's reversing. That is exactly the not. And so guys, I'm not explaining the bitwise operators. So it's your task to understanding the bitwise operators. You just go and Google it, or else you just go on how we can perform. There we do have the various logical operators are there. I can list those things. We can try yourself. Bitwise or bitwise and bitwise not, bitwise left shift, bitwise right shift, last but not least, bitwise XOR. So to performing this one, we can use the single pipe, parallel, no, vertical pipe. Okay. For AND operation, we can use the dollar, this symbol, ampersand symbol. For NOT operator, we can use the this one. Okay. And for left shift, we can use the two less than symbols. For right shift, we can use the two greater than symbols. For XOR, we can use the this exponential symbol. Okay. So your task is try and go understanding the bitwise operators, how these operators are working. So in mathematical notation, you can understood. If you're not understood, no problem. We can skip this particular topic. You know, in these days, no one can. If you're looking for job on data science, if you're looking for job on artificial intelligence, bitwise operators is not necessity for us. Okay, but who are freshers, that is make sure that this is tricky question. So when you are attending some kind of interview questions, okay, they will ask you some kind of questions on this particular operators, so that we can try to go for understanding. So conversion from binary to decimal, decimal to binary. Okay, and bitwise or operation, how it is working, bitwise and operation, how it is working. We can try and go try yourself, do some kind of research on this particular topic. Yes, fine. So guys, this is for today's session. I hope you guys are understood. Not, let me, this time you will ask some kind of questions, so I can answer your questions actually. Any questions?
No, Anju.
Yeah.
No,
Yep.
sir.
Yes, I'm uploading this document and go and practice it.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you, sir. Good night.
Bye.
Yeah, bye. Take care.